It's a Christ Survivor Prophecy. Just a quick video. Um, so yeah. So basically, look, I get it. I understand. A lot of Giants fans are, they want the Giants to win. You know, if you look at the history of the New York Giants in the wild card, we've been terrible. Um, I think we're like 2-5 in wild card games. The only two wild card games that we actually won was, I think, the 2011, where we didn't win our division. No, it was 2007. Yeah, it's 2007 and 8 season where we didn't win our division, and then we had to go on the road. You know, um, and then there was another one in 1983, same similar situation where we didn't win our division and we had to go through on the road, you know, beating, you know, um, the Rams, not really the Rams, yeah, beating the Rams. And, we would always have a hard time against the 49ers because they had two good quarterbacks, which is rare, you know. Um, so we are 2-5 in wild card games. So the simple fact that Giants fans thinks that we can march in there and just dominate the game. That's not happening for many reasons. Number one, we don't have the same offense as everybody else. And I wrote it down as well. We're going to face teams like the 49ers, the Jags, the Bills, the Vikings, the Bills, the Bengals, the Cowboys, the Eagles, the Chiefs. We just don't have the arsenal to keep to put up points against them. Now, obviously, I'm not going to give the Vikings too much credit because their defense is trash. So if there's one glaring weakness, is their defense. Now, obviously, the last time we faced them, we put up 24 points against them. I don't think it's going to happen again. I think they're going to tighten up. I think they're going to make it harder for Saquon Barkley to hit those holes. They're going to clog those holes up. And that's going to force Daniel Jones to throw a lot. And we've had some success against the Vikings in the playoffs. Early 2000s, we blew them out 41-0 at home because obviously we had the number one seed. Kerry Collins was our quarterback. We had no star receivers, if you want to count Toomer as a receiver, as a star receiver. But he was in the back end of his career. The Vikings had all the momentum, which again, they're a dome team. So you taking them out their element, of course they're not going to function the way that you think they should, even though they had two wide receiver Hall of Famers in CC and Moss. CC, obviously Chris Carter. They had a very good running game. They had a pretty good quarterback, and they had a very good defense, which obviously that wasn't the case. Um, but for this game, I I just don't see it. The Vikings at home. I don't know what their record is at home, to be honest with you, but you know they're pretty darn good at home. Um, we have no answer for Thielen. We have no answer for Jefferson. I mean, Cook didn't even have a good game. You know, um, it just spells disaster, man. It just spells disaster. But I'm gonna give the Giants credit here. I think the Giants can keep it close. I don't think it's gonna be a blowout. I don't think it's gonna be a big margin. I think if the Giants can can keep consistent drives, don't go into third and long, I think they can maximize their potential in this game because the Giants are not good at coming back from behind. The Giants would rather have the lead than have to come back. Because if you look at all the Giants wins, they were one by one possession, same as the Vikings. When the Vikings are when the Vikings are led by one possession games, they're 11-0. So let's say the Vikings come out to a 10-0 lead, and the Giants are just going 3-0, 3-0, 3-0, can't sustain the drive. Remember, the Giants were very good at coming out of the second half. If you look at the games where they were down by 10 points, 13 points, they came back. They answered the bell in the second half of the game. So they have that in their back pocket. So I think, like I said, if the Giants can control the tempo of this game, don't go into third and long, keep it short, 3rd and 1, 3rd and 2, they can have a pretty good game. I'm not going to say they're going to win, but they're going to keep it close. But if they get into 3rd and 20, 3rd and 12, 3rd and 13, that's when a lot of stuff is going to unravel. Daniel Jones is going to make mistakes. And Daniel Jones is going to make a lot of mistakes in this game because it's his first game. You know, I mean, if you look at Eli Manning's first postseason game, you can't really compare the two. You know, but you know, the running game has to get going. No drop passes. Like everything just has to go right for the Giants, because all the pressure is on the Vikings. There's no pressure on the Giants. You know, but I think the Vikings are going to come out this game victorious because of the things I just said. Cook had it, like I said, Cook hasn't had his best game on the ground when they last played. Thielen was not even in that game, to be honest. They're, I think their tight end had 13 receptions the last time we played them. 13, that's a lot of receptions for a tight end. And Jefferson cooked us for 108 yards and 1 touchdown. Now we do get two of our good cornerback back. We got Jackson and Adoree. No, we got Kenny Mc Kenny Mc Kenny Xavier and Adoree Jackson coming back. So that should help. I don't know how 100% they're gonna be, but you know, something's better than nothing. You know, I'd rather have those two guys back than what we already have. You know, because you already know what happened last time. They cooked us. You know, so having our best cornerback back and having our best free safety back, it kind of helps. You know, they're not going to be 100%, but at least they're available. You know, but it's going to be a low scoring game. I really do believe it's going to be a low scoring game. I think there's going to be a lot of punts. It's just going to be a very good game, and you know, I know the world is going to watch. You know, I know the world's going to be watching this game. Now, if Daniel Jones self-destructs in this game and just completely shuts down, which I don't think is going to happen, I hope not. But if he does, the birds are going to be chirping. You know, now the Giants have a lot of issues plus quarterback. But if he has a decent game, don't turn the ball over, which obviously every quarterback is going to turn the ball over in the playoffs. But if he just has a subpar game, don't turn the ball as much. Like, he's acceptable to throwing one interception. I'm not mad at that if he does throw an interception. Kirk Cousins is going to throw an interception too. But don't overdo it. You know what I'm saying? So that's all I have. Like, comment, subscribe. Until next time, take care of yourself and each other.